name's Mike Edwards. The website is diydoctor.org.uk. As you can see, we've just finished a lovely path and a post and rail fence for a customer. And the last job before we disappear is to put a gate in this opening. So the first thing we're going to do is to check that the opening is square and the posts themselves are upright, which they are. Yeah, absolutely. So that we can be pretty sure then, as they're both upright, that the gap in between the posts is exactly the same at the top and the bottom. And it is 745 millimeters. So we know the width of our gate. The gate is going to be hung on this side and it's going to open in towards me so that it opens against the rails of the fence, and it's going to have a gate spring on it so that people can walk through the gate, just push it with their feet or just their hands or whatever. It will open for them and then it will spring back in position. No need for latches or whatever. It's obviously not a security gate. It's just providing a boundary to the garden. So we'll get on with that and show you exactly how we're going to make the gate in just a moment. Having measured our opening at 745 millimeters, we're going to allow 10 millimeters to play with so that the gate can fit into the opening. Timber will expand and contract, and a 5mm gap either side isn't very good at all, so it'll be fine. So I've got a couple of rails that will fit in between. These will form the strengthening part of the gate, and the hinges will sit on these. So if you can imagine that is the back of the gate, and the gate will be made using those rails and fixing the uprights to it. I'll show you more about that in a moment. So these will be spaced equally along the rails, and then again at the back a diagonal strengthening spacer will be placed between the two rails. What I'm going to do at the end is cut a nice curve using a jigsaw to the top of the gate, so that as you come in you'll see that curve and just push it. So we'll get on with screwing that together now and then explain its construction when it is put together. Okay, so we've made up the basic frame of the gate, top rail and the bottom rail onto which the hinges will fit, and then using the square we've put the two outside posts. So we can see that that's all perfectly square to each other, and we know that the gate as a whole will fit into the opening and be perfectly square. So as we fit that in, the hinges will go at the back, the gate will open this way, and now what we've got to do is space the uprights along the gate, put the diagonal brace in and fit the hinges. So come back in a couple of minutes and we'll have that done. There we are, that's the uprights spaced evenly across the gate, the two rails in place to fix the hinges, and what we're going to do now is fit a diagonal brace across there. Now when you're fitting this diagonal brace, it's important that the bottom of the brace starts on the side where the hinges are, because this is, if the hinge goes here, which it will, this is the piece that is closest to the fence post. So this has got the most support of the gate, of the whole gate. So from that point, the diagonal brace comes up to support this far corner, because this is the weakest corner, the furthest away from any of the hinges. So when you're putting a diagonal brace or you're hanging a gate that's already got a brace on, remember that the bottom of the brace goes on the bottom hinge, and that gives additional support to the top corner of the gate furthest away from the hinge. We'll get on with that and come back in a moment. So there we have the gate almost complete. Two cross rails, 6 uprights evenly spaced, and the two hinges, T-hinges, just about ready to be fitted. You can see we turn the hinge at right angles and put it on the rail so that we know that when it goes onto the gate post, that's where it is. Be sure to centre the screws, centre the hinges before you fix the screws, and then put the screw bang in the centre of the T-hinge. This is fairly soft timber, sawn timber, and a percussion drill makes very, very short work of the screws. That's not a hammer drill, a percussion drill, but we will talk about how to use one of these and how these work in another video called Drills and Drivers. It's always a very good idea to use an awl to start the screw hole. You'll see I'm doing it here in the way that most tradesmen do, but to avoid drilling straight through your fingers, it's a very, very good idea to make the hole in the timber with an awl. It makes it much, much easier to fit the screws. We're going to hang the gate in a moment and then come back to you with a completed job. So you can see we've put a couple of spacers underneath the gate, fitted the gate square in between the posts, and the hinges have been fixed with just one screw in each hinge for the moment on the back, so that we can see that it opens. And now what I'm going to do, because we're going to cut a curve at the top, I'm just going to mark with a pencil the top of the post, so we know where to start and finish our arc, which is going to come up and over here, and then we're going to cut that with the jigsaw. So we're going to take the gate off, cut it, and then hang it again properly. Okay, so we're ready to mark the arc out for the gate. Very, very simple way of doing this. No compasses required. Find the centre point at the bottom of the gate, and we put a screw in there, as you can see. Tie a little loop at the top of the gate, and if you remember, we put two marks, one there and one there, for the fence, for the top of the fence post. And then quite simply use the string as a pair of compasses to create an arc around the gate. And there we have a perfect arc, marked, ready to be cut by the jigsaw, which we will do in a moment. You probably won't see the arc being cut, because that will come in another video called Using a Jigsaw, which should be ready for release soon. And there we have it, completed gate. So we've done the path, which you can see on another video, creating a garden path and laying slabs. We've done the post and rail fence, which you can see on a couple of projects, concreting fence posts and how to erect a post and rail fence. And now, of course, we've got making a gate. So you follow this through the process. What you haven't seen us do is actually physically cut the arc, but that, as I said before, will be available on another video, how to use a jigsaw. And now the gate is hung. You saw us putting the T-hinges on the gate, 3 screws in each hinge on the post, and as I told you before, the diagonal brace goes from the bottom hinge, where the gate is at its strongest, up to where it's weakest, in the corner that's furthest away from the hinges. On this gate we fitted a spring latch, and as you can see, it's under tension all of the time. When you open the gate, the spring just twists, so you can come in quite easily just by pushing the gate, and it will close on its own and find its resting place, which is flush with the inside of the post along there. So very, very simple exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of timber, so 9 meters of timber, 4 by 1, a couple of hinges, and a spring closure, and you have a little gate. You would pay probably 50 or 60 pounds for a gate this size. You can build this for about 20 and enjoy doing it. Have a good time. Thank you.